With the recent surge in high school basketball popularity, two of the most popular players in the class of 2023 are Bronny James and Mikey Williams. Now, whenever we talk about popular basketball players, everyone loves to see which hooper is better than the other, regardless of what formal rankings do have them listed as, and it's safe to say as of right now, Bronny James is much better than Mikey Williams, and let's break it down and see exactly why that is, because I'm sure after saying that statement, a lot of people are going to be mad. Now, if we take a look at the current rankings for Bronny James and Mikey Williams, Bronny is currently ranked 49th in the country according to ESPN, with a number of super good college offers, including Duke, Kansas, Kentucky, all of the best college programs out there. And on the other hand, of course, Mikey Williams is actually ranked 11th in the country, a 5-star recruit, and again has offers from a ton of top programs as well. But what really makes these two players different, and are these rankings truly accurate to how these hoopers will pan out in the future? In my opinion, this is absolutely couldn't be farther from the truth, and let's see exactly why that is. Now, Bronny James and Mikey Williams have a number of qualities that make them super talented players for their respective classes, but in my opinion, Bronny just does a few things that I think are going to separate him from players like Mikey Williams and other hoopers in the future that no one is noticing. Now, number one, it's Bronny's passing ability, and now let's take a look at a couple of clips that show how good of a passer this dude really is. Now, having a high IQ and passing ability is super important at the next level, and is definitely one of the most underrated things when people rank high school basketball players, because those rankings, in my opinion, are basically focused a lot on scoring and the competition you're playing against. Yes, you can put the basketball in the hoop, but how are you affecting and helping your teammates, and how can you help teams win games? At the end of the day, the NBA is super focused on winning games and how you can impact your squad. And of course, the older you get, you're going to be playing against better scorers, people that are bigger and stronger than you, and sometimes you have to maneuver your game to figure out how you can impact the game. And sometimes, in my opinion, I think Mikey Williams does not always have this down pat, because he is just really a super good scorer. But besides that, a lot of times he does do things like force shots up, being that they're contested, and just other things that may not work out the best at the next level, regardless of how good of a scorer he actually is. Now, the next part of Bronny's game that is very important is the shots that he is taking. Bronny takes a number of high quality shots, and he may not always shoot the most, but the shots that he actually does take are super high quality, and they're usually very high IQ shots, which shows that he's striving not just to be a scorer, but to know and have the mental capacity, the IQ to take the right shots at the right time. And I think this is super underrated, because again, once you get to the next level, you're not going to be able to put up 40, 50 shots per game. You're going to have people that are more than likely better scorers than you, and that's why it's so important to know when to put the ball up and take those high quality shots, opposed to just chucking the ball up there. Now, let's take a look at some of Bronny's shot selection. Now, after seeing the shots that Bronny James actually does put up, it's very obvious that the shots and the quality that he does put up are super important. He's not forcing the ball up there. He's definitely taking his time, finding his spots, letting the game come to him, and putting the shots that are quality up there every time. And on the other hand, Mikey Williams definitely puts a lot of shots up there, but at times he's putting the ball up and forcing it. And I think at the next level, this can can be detrimental, because if you're putting shots up that are not high quality, and again, you're not getting that many shots, odds are you may not even get the type of playing time you're looking for, because you're taking bad shots that are just out of the offensive rhythm of the team you're playing for, and that's definitely not going to keep the coaching staff happy one bit. Now, the third piece of Bronny's game that really elevates him from other people in his class is his defense. And of course, man, at the high school level, defense is not stressed at all. The majority of people are just looking at how many points you can score and do not care about any other thing at all. And in this case, Bronny's defense is one of the best things that even resembles Bron whenever we talk about blocking shots or locking people up. And just the way Bronny resembles Bron's game, especially with these recent couple games that he has been playing in, of course playing against St. Vincent St. Mary, and again also even playing in Hawaii for his most recent game. Bronny's blocks and the way he goes after the ball and overall defense are insane. Now let's take a look at some of these and how good he really is at defense. Now, whenever we talk about moving to the next level, again, it's super important to have excellent defense, and that's something that can keep you on the court and get you a lot more playing time than just trying to be solely a scorer. And having strengths in multiple areas can be super beneficial moving to the next level, and that defense that Bronny does have resembles Bron so much, especially the blocking of shots, putting it on the glass, that this dude has so many different areas where he has strengths that I think the more that he hoops, he becomes more confident and even grows in his genetics. He is slowly but surely going to turn into a monster on the court. And I think anyone that has seen hoopers like this before knows that it's only a matter of time before that switch does officially turn on and Bronny goes out there and dominates whoever he plays. Now, NBA scouts have even said they were super interested in Bronny James and surprised about how well he was actually playing. And I think this is just a testament to how good this dude is officially getting. Even when he played against LeBron's alma mater, St. Vincent St. Mary, Bronny showed up to that game even stronger than he has in the past. He played almost one of his best games in that game, scoring a ton of points, blocks, just being the guy on the court. And it clearly shows star players show up and play better when the spotlight is on them, and Bronny is clearly that type of player. Now, personally, I believe if you put Bronny at Mikey Williams' school, or even any of these other schools who may not be as good or have a super talented roster like Sierra Canyon does that has a number of 4- and 5-star players, I think Bronny would be averaging 30 points a game at any other school. Now, that's why it may not be beneficial for him to go to another school, but personally, I think he has it within him to do that. But if we have learned anything from high school basketball, from people like Trayvon Duval, who was a #1 player in his class, and even hoopers like Isaiah Briscoe, we know that scoring the basketball is not the only thing. And a lot of times being strictly a scorer and being super good in high school does not guarantee anything moving forward at the next level. And it's often the players who are not ranked as highly that end up doing super well in the long term. And clearly, in my opinion, I think Bronny is that guy. Now, if you guys would like any other videos, please leave comments in the comment section down below, and clicking the video on the screen would help my channel a ton. And this is LNH bringing you the best high school and college basketball content out there. It's LNH and I'm out.